Hello, everyone, and welcome to this evening's edition of Sunday Night Soul Time. I hope that everyone found last week's session useful. If you haven't watched it yet, I definitely recommend you do, because we're going to continue the conversation that we started having last week tonight to prepare you for the week ahead. And so, continuing on our theme of owning and reclaiming your authentic power. And through understanding that, by having a deeper understanding of all the ways in which we give our power away. So before we get into that, I want to recap real quick what we talked about last week. And what we really focused on was having awareness for taking responsibility for your thoughts. And through that awareness, coming to accept and take responsibility that by having that awareness, you take responsibility that you create your day, you create your life. Life is not something that's happening to you. It's something that is happening for you when you consciously and actively participate in it and accept your responsibility to create your day, to create your week, to create your life. When you negate or push away this responsibility or are unconscious to it, it is synonymous with giving away your authentic power. And we give it away in so many different ways. So what we talked about last week, we talked about first accepting this. Having acceptance for this fact, taking acceptance for, I am responsible for creating each and every day I have. I'm responsible for every thought I have that shapes the day I have. And I accept and take responsibility for this. And we went through a little affirmation where we took acceptance for this. And what I suggested is that you start each day off of this by claiming and owning this responsibility and accepting this, getting out of what I refer to as victim consciousness thinking, where, oh my God, life is happening to me. Oh, I had such a bad day today. Why has this always happened to me? Those are ways that you negate and don't accept responsibility and live in a state of being a victim consciousness, which is a way of giving away your power. So shifting this conscious awareness that you are responsible, and it takes practice over time, but starting the day with the intention of, I accept the day I'm going to have today. I accept that I'm creating the day I'm going to have today. I take ownership. So that was the first thing. The second thing was making sure that you start your day off right. So the example I gave was before your eyes are even open and you're conscious that you're awake. For me, half the time I wake up with fear-based thoughts, or I wake up in some kind of level of fear. So right then and there, taking ownership, pausing and starting to think positive thoughts, positive, affirming, empowering thoughts. Things like, I'm going to have a great day today. Amazing things are happening for me today. I am love. I am love. Whatever is empowering to you, anything that you can start to think that starts to raise and uplift your vibration and set the tone for the day. Okay. And then the third thing that we talked about was setting reminders, sending yourself up to 5 calendar invites a day where you pause and become aware of your thoughts. Now, why do I suggest this? The goal is to always become conscious and aware of your thoughts. And I recommend that you adopt a meditation practice. This will really help with that if you don't have one already. But to get in the habit of this, because it does take practice and it does take time, is to send yourself 5 calendar invites throughout the day, where in that moment you'll pause and you'll go, what was I just thinking? What are the thoughts I've been thinking and having today? Have I been letting my thoughts control me? Or have I been in control of my thoughts and taking responsibility for my thoughts? Have I just been in mindless chatter, which is something we're going to talk more about tonight? Or have I been conscious of my thoughts and taking responsibility for my thoughts? And when you get these calendar invites and alerts, and most of the time, at first especially, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I was just thinking that I can't do this. Or I was just thinking something bad about myself. That happens a lot. Wow. Having the awareness for that. And in that moment, choosing to think more empowering, affirming, high vibrational, high frequency thoughts. So I recommend the calendar invites for now until this becomes more habitual for you and it becomes innate. It does take time, but with your conscious practice and effort and intention, you can do it. And this is one of the biggest ways you take back the power your authentic power over your life, which starts by not feeling victim to my life, like life isn't happening to me, but I'm creating a life that happens for me. So tonight what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit more about thoughts, and then we're going to start talking about emotions. And we're going to do a beautiful meditation together that really helps just clear out and heal a lot of your emotions. I know a lot of people, including myself, it was kind of an emotional week. There just seemed to be something in the air. So this meditation is going to really help clear that out. So the first thing that I want to talk to you about is what I call mindless chatter. And this is another way that you give away your power. I'm going to give you some examples so that you can understand this. The first way is that your thoughts are not tied to what you are doing in the present moment. When this is the case, you are giving your power away in two ways. You're giving it away to that thing that you're thinking about, but you're not present doing, but you're also giving it away to the activity in the present moment. So, for example, here's a good one. It's on the weekend, you're with your kids or your family members, your friends, you know, whatever your life circumstance is, but your mind is racing something to do with work. In that moment, you're giving your power away to work and you're not even there. At the same way, you're giving your power away to that person, that individual that you're with in the present moment by not being focused and present in what you're doing with them. So starting to pause and observe when you're having mindless chatter, which these calendar invites will help with, but I first want you to just have conscious awareness for the idea of what mindless chatter is. That is a way that you give away your power. So trying to limit that and be really having your thoughts aligned with what you're doing in the present moment is how you stop giving away your power to what you're doing but not focusing on and thinking about, or what you're not doing but mind is racing about, okay? The other way that we give away our power, and this is with our language, but usually our thoughts are tied to our language, is when you say things like, oh, I have to work 60 hours this week. I have to go to this meeting. I have no choice but to do this. Now, I want you to pause there. When you say things like I have to, or any kind of thing that implies you have no choice, you give away your power in that moment. The truth is, you always have a choice for the job that you're in. You have a choice for what you're doing each day. And when you use language that reinforces the fact that you're somehow a victim to your life, you are giving away your power. This isn't to say that you might not feel like a victim or that you feel trapped. That is another issue, and that's one that we will explore and talk about in future sessions. But for now, look at the way that you use your language, because when you use language that is giving away your power, saying, I have to do this, I have to do that, you attract more situations that support that you have no power. So for right now, what I want to help you do is get out from a disempowered to an empowered state. And that is about frame of mind, so that you attract more experiences, opportunities, and things in your life that are empowering, not disempowering. And a huge one, in addition to your thoughts, is the language that you use. When you say or think that you don't have a choice, you reinforce that. It is a truth you're putting out into the universe and that you're attracting back to you. And if you really dig deep and go a few layers down, that's not the truth. You always have a choice. You chose to take that job. You choose to do X, Y, and Z. So really start by not reinforcing a lie, which is that you don't have a choice, because you do, and start to really use empowering language, because then you'll attract in more situations like that that empower you. So now let's start to talk a little bit about emotions, and then we'll do our meditation. So the third thing that I want to talk about with you this evening is to start, one, to see the link between your thoughts and emotions, but to really start to accept responsibility for how you feel. This is a hard one, especially for women. Sometimes I really feel like a victim to my emotions, or they come on and I can't control it. But that is because I believe I can. So when you shift the conscious awareness and the belief, and you start to say, I, just like we did with thoughts, I accept responsibility for my emotions at all times. I choose in any moment to feel how I'm feeling. You reclaim your power. And I'm going to give you an example of this. One of the biggest ways that we don't take responsibility for our emotions is when we're around someone. It might be our partner, it might be our boss, who maybe is being a jerk that day, is maybe in a really bad mood, and we let that dictate the day we're having. We let ourselves now be in a bad mood. And we might even say something and be like, oh, I'm having such a bad day because of him. He made me so sad. She made me so mad. Really? You can always choose your reaction to anything or anyone. That is your power. You can always choose how you respond emotionally. You can always choose how you feel or not feel. So the key with this, it's not to say that somebody might not do something that upsets you, but it's in that moment to say, I take responsibility for how I'm feeling and that I'm choosing to allow myself to be angry about this. And I can also choose how long I want to be angry about this. I can choose to decide to let it go and to not be angry. See the difference there? When you fall victim to your emotions or feel that other people or allow people to control your emotions and feel powerless over it, you are giving away your power. You're giving away your power. So the first thing to start here with this is and let's close our eyes together and do it now. So close your eyes. Just respond to yourself. Say this to yourself mentally as I say it. I choose to accept responsibility for my emotions in every moment. I choose to accept responsibility for how I react or don't react to others. I know that this power is completely and wholly mine and always has been. Okay, you can open your eyes. So you see the difference? When you give away your emotions, when you allow someone else's bad mood to affect your bad mood, you're giving away your power. So we'll talk more about emotions in the week ahead, but I wanted to share that with you and start talking about it with you. So again, continue your practice with starting on each day off right, setting an intention from the start that you accept responsibility for your thoughts, and now also I accept responsibility for my emotions. Continue your calendar invites and start to observe when you're having mindless chatter. When you're having negative thoughts, pause and shift them. And noticing when you're having disempowering language. Okay, so those are our main takeaways for tonight. Now we're going to do a meditation to cleanse your whole emotional body and release any negative emotions that came up for you this week. So if you're not in a comfortable and quiet place, go find that place now, pause this video. Wonderful. Okay, so I want you to just start to settle in and relax. It's best that you be sitting up, but you can be really comfortable. I recommend not laying down. That can be, almost like a little bit too much like sleep, but you don't need to be in a yoga posture, anything like that. Just sit where you feel comfortable and close your eyes with me. And let's do some deep breaths. So breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And now I want you to imagine that you're in a beautiful meadow. The sun is shining. Your favorite flowers are all around you. And there's a beautiful path that you're walking on with bare feet. And really just start to feel the earth on your feet. Feel that you're at peace. Consciously allow everything that's bothering you to just slip and fall away. And just feel the serenity and love that's around you. So you walk along, and then all of the sudden in the clearing, see like a beautiful, like luxurious, comfy ottoman. And in front of that ottoman is a TV screen. And you're curious, and so you walk over and you go and sit down. Maybe there's a blanket there you put on yourself and you just decide to make yourself really comfortable. Still feel the sun beating down on you, maybe a gentle breeze, some birds. And you turn on the TV. There's a little remote right there. And all of a sudden, the TV screen just feels like this beautiful sunlight coming out of it. This beautiful healing light. It's kind of a rainbow of colors. And you allow this light to just enter right into your heart. And just feel this light going into your heart. Entering in your heart. And then all of a sudden, this beautiful light just starts to travel down your entire body. And as it does, it's just removing any stuck emotions, anything that's not in service of you, any emotions that just need to go, that you've been holding on to. Just allow this light to travel down your legs, down your calves, and then the light starts to go out the bottom of your feet, and it travels down into the center of the earth. And there, this beautiful light meets another beautiful light, a beautiful white, glittering kind of goldish light. And they join together, and then this light just comes back up. It just bounces up and comes in through the bottom of your feet and just cleanses and clears your entire emotional body of any harsh emotions, any sadness, anything that's not serving you. And in doing so, it just comes up the column of your entire body. And this column just extends up and around you, up and around you. And it just goes all around you, above you, as far and as high as you can see. And now you're just sitting in this kind of cylindrical column of light. And it's just releasing any emotions that don't serve you. Any emotions. And then while you're in this beautiful light, basically having like a bath, it feels like. You're just being washed and rinsed away. You kind of resume looking at the TV. And you see and you ask, what are the ways in which I most let my emotions get the best of me? You might see a couple people's faces appear on this screen, some situations in life that happens to you, or just a pattern. Whatever it is, just observe what it is. And then we're going to ask that whatever this is, that it just be wiped away. So all of a sudden, just imagine like a kind of wiping from the right to the left of the screen, whoosh. It's just wiped away and it is released. And in this moment, just know that this thing or situation, whatever way that your emotions are most getting the best of you, are being wiped away and pulled out and extracted. It's no longer going to have the power over you that it once did. And then we're going to ask, what are the ways that I most give away my power through not taking responsibility for my emotions? And notice what you see on the screen. Again, it might be a circumstance, a situation at work, whatever it is, a relationship. Observe it. And the same thing, we're going to ask for it to just be wiped out completely and healed. And with a swish, it just wipes right to left, like almost like a windshield wiper, wiping it away, and this just disappears and disappears. And then we're going to ask, what are the emotions qualities or values that will most serve my emotional well-being? And we're going to ask that you receive this now. And again, this kind of magical TV screen just all of a sudden infuses you, shoots out like a bolt of light right into your heart, this quality or trait that can most serve your emotional well-being. Maybe it's compassion, gratitude, presence, love. You might see it as a color, but just let yourself receive this right directly into your heart and flood your entire body. And then we're going to ask again, what's one more quality or emotion that will most serve my emotional well-being? Let me please receive this now. And again, this kind of magical TV just shoots this up to you and out in a bolt of light with a specific color probably. Maybe it's peace. Maybe it's grace. Whatever it is, just allow yourself to receive this, knowing that you're receiving whatever qualities are for your highest good in this moment. And then just feel that you have released and received right now in this moment. And just allow this column of light to start to gently swirl around you in a counterclockwise fashion, just clearing out any final emotions or stuck energy that doesn't serve, swirling around as it starts to gently slip and fade away up high into the sky, just releasing and cleansing you. And at the same time, these new qualities that you've received are just integrating into all aspects of your being. You're just feeling uplifted, at peace, rested, and more empowered than you've ever felt before. Now you just get up off of the ottoman and start to walk down the path, feeling lighter, feeling healed, feeling that you've released everything that no longer serves you. And at the same time, receiving that which does, to support you on a healthier emotional journey to a more empowered state. Great. And then when you're ready, just start to feel yourself back in whatever room you're in, back in your body. Let's do a couple deep breaths just to anchor this in, and breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And in through your nose and out through your mouth. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and rejoin me. Wonderful. I hope that was wonderful for you. You know, I love doing visual meditations because you really have the power to heal yourself through your imagination. So know that whatever you're experiencing is real, that you really are, by participating in these meditations, truly healing yourself and healing yourself to be a more empowered version of you. So again, I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful week ahead. I am so happy to support you on your journey. If you have any questions about the meditation, any questions about the lessons that we've gone through either last week or this week, don't hesitate to email me and reach out. I am happy to help you. And with that, I just wish you a beautiful week ahead. Take care, and we will talk again next Sunday. Bye-bye for now.